Welcome to India Nursing Council website, and let's learn how to fill the application for renewal of suitability. But first know who all can apply in this application. Institutions which are recognized by State Nursing Council and are found suitable by Indian Nursing Council under Section 13 and 14 of INC Act can only apply for this renewal of suitability. So let's click on the application for renewal of suitability. Let's go, which will lead to the login. Now there are four menus. You can see the four menus here. One is sign in, one is registration, one is user manual, and how to reduce the size of picture. In this applications, there will be some PDF files and some images. That is, for example, for the teachers, you have to put the photographs, that is called images, and the qualification certificates, that is called PDF files. So how to reduce those sizes? Because we have fixed the size of the PDF and the images. I mean, the maximum size we have fixed, you can have lesser than that. So the maximum size of the PDF is 300 KB, and whereas images 200 KB. Now let's get back to the login. There is a user manual. The institutions which are filling first time can also look into this user manual, how to proceed further. So this is for the if there is any doubt how to where to apply and how to apply, you can look into it. And then let's come to the registration form. There is a registration here. This is for those institutions which are applying first time to this renewal of suitability. Their role will be the user. They have to create their own login ID. They have to create their own password. Indian Nursing Council does not give the login ID or password to any nursing institutions. They have to create and they have to save those passwords with them. Otherwise, they have to write to Indian Nursing Council in the form of affidavit for the login ID and the password. And before that, we would like to request that each nursing institution shall have its institutional email IDs so that it is easier, so that the principal can access, the chairperson can access, and the concerned dealing person who are uploading this information can have those access of the emails. Because even if you reset the password, if by chance you have a login ID but you want to reset the password, for that also you should have some email IDs, that is a registered email IDs with the Indian Nursing Council. In that you can retrieve your password or you can reset. That is application ID, what you have filled up last year, the mobile number, for example, society, chairperson, or the registrars, and the institute email ID. So when you reset the password, the login ID will be provided to you through these modes, that is mobile number or email ID. Then let's go back to the sign in, as we have already filled in the last year's 2019-20 renewal form. So I have my login ID and we have the password. So let's have this login ID filled up. So after we fill up this login ID and the password, we come to this first page that's called authentication check. It will let you know whether you have a fees code and institution code. So we are again repeating, the institutions which are recognized by State Nursing Council and are found suitable by Indian Nursing Council under Section 13 and 14 of INC Act shall receive this fee code, and only those institutions can apply. That's why this authentication check is there. Let's have my fee code. Let's write the fee code. So we have one Government College of Nursing. According to us, name is correct. So we'll say yes. As per the fee code, it is correct. The name of the nursing institution. Now when we say yes, it will go to this page. So you have here when the entry, because you've already filled in last year, we have this information. There is an entry form. You can see there are so many entry forms, like is entry form, edit, up. So this is for the one can enter through this here, or can go to edit or update all forms. It is same thing, but in this institution form, you can just look into it and you can edit and update. It is on the horizontal and that is on the vertical structure. Then we have a pending payment detail, and then we have view all records, and then we have print all records. This print all records, when you print, the whole application can be printed at a length. And then you have download letter 2019 and 20. For example, this institution, we have already, if it is approved by the Secretary Indian Nursing Council, the letter issued will be available in this download letter 2019 and 20. So you can see these letters and you can see how it is downloads with condition letter will be there. So you also can have the compliance and the fee receipt, whatever the online you have generated, online you have submitted the fees, the fee receipt will be also provided you through this application itself. So it's that's why it is very necessary to save your login ID and password, because in future this user ID and password is will be maintained throughout. It's like a file for you, so you have to maintain this file. So the file number will be user ID and the password to open the file. And you also, if you want to change the password, if you feel the principal has changed or the faculty is not doing properly, you can change the password. It's up to you. And after filling, you can log out. So let's come to the edit and update form, because that will be easier for us. So edit and update form, institution entry form, we'll look into it. If there is any change, so we can update our form. So for example, on the right, can you see the action? There is an edit button. So for example, I want to change the mobile number. So I can change the mobile number and fax number at a time, or any other details I feel is not filled up or has to be changed. We can do at a time and can update at a one single click. So you need not do edit and update for each variable or each what do you call it, pin code or landline, like that. You can do at a time all your updation. So let's update. So when you update, so you can see record updated successfully. It says okay. Now you can see we have changed the mobile number here. So this is what is a mobile number now. Down you can see it is updated. It was blank before, now it is updated. So now let's go to the program entry form. This next program entry form, you can go it from here or you can do from the edited update all form also. So if you go there, you can see this programs, right? So now, for example, we had already filled in the BSc. So I have MSc and post-basic BSc. I will add on it. We will click MSc and post-basic BSc program. So when I click on this, I need to write all the details. Like for example, MSc will write Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, and we'll write the number of seats allotted by the Indian Nursing Council and the number of students admitted in 1819. If it is not applicable, you can write 0. For example, you have not admitted the students, but you can write 0 there. And number of students admitted into 1920, you can write 10 here. So there is a bifurcation of male and female also. We can write 6 male and 4 female. And total number of students will be 10. So like this, you can go on filling. But in MSc, remember that we also require you to fill up the number of admitted students. That is, total number of admitted students are 10 here. So we'll give the details of each student. Name of the student, their RN and RN number, their residence address at time of admission, place and address of work at the time of admission, board from where last exam qualified, and BSc post-basic exam qualified year when they have qualified the BSc or post-basic BSc, and the NUID number. If you do not have an NUID number, you can have the acknowledgement number. Now let's go back. let's go back to the, we have to save it now. We have first, let's save this form. It says please share data before submission. If you click OK, data will be saved. Otherwise, click cancel fighting the data. Click OK to continue. We'll say OK. Or if the data is not correct, you can cancel it. So if I cancel it, it will bring to my same form. So it says input field cannot be blank. So I have to go back and have to do the updation. So we have to fill this. But you have to fill, here we are doing the shortage of time, paucity of time. You have to fill the correct university name. Now it takes you to the, when you write the, update your new programs, MSc, Post BSc, BSc is not there in the last year. So it will show you the, go for the classrooms, the laboratory required for that programs. So now you can see when you see this edit and update form, it will show you what all you have added and what, so if you want, if there is anything wrong again, you can do the go to edit button and you can refill it up again so that you can update if there is something wrong. So it will show you every time whatever you update, you can do it properly. So now you can see the record updated is perfectly. Now let's go to the entry form and look into the program details, which is a mandate form. So let me again check my program entry form. So we have now, like, we have not submitted the 10 and 10 students in 18-19. So we have edited that and updated, and total number of students under training is 20 and 20. So now let's go to the edit update form. See, like this, you have same thing. Program details is a mandatory because you have BSc, for example, and you last year 18-19 you are given. This year you have to give the 19-20 admission details. See, this program details are related to pending payment details. So till you fill up the whole thing, whatever the programs you have, that is from A&M to MSc, NPCC or PhD, which is found suitable by Indian Nursing Council, till that this pending payment detail will not be showing those programs and those annual fees. For example, now we had MSc and Post Basic BSc. Now you can see we have both MSc and Post Basic BSc, and there's an annual reference number. Now let's select, but before selecting this, let us finish our edit and update all forms. Let's go back to edit and update all forms. So you have library facilities. You have here also you can update if you have taken any books or you have subscribed additional nursing journals. Then we have affiliated hospitals. Sometimes Indian Nursing Council would have told you to have additional hospital as your clinical facilities are inadequate. So you can add, and there, for example, there is a twice they are written. One is parent and one is affiliated we have written. So we can delete one of the form, that is we can delete the affiliated, because one hospital cannot be a parent or and also the affiliated hospital type. So we can delete the first one, the serial number 1, we can delete, we can rectify our mistakes. So you can see delete the item. It asks us once again, do you want to delete? We say yes. So when we say yes, it will delete from that, and we have only one parent hospital, because the one which was shown as affiliated was also Karnataka Institute of Medical Sciences. Now let's go back to edit and update form. So if you are adding something, you can also edit and you can add the rows. And coming to the faculty details, I think here they have institutions have a lot of problems here. When you go to the teaching faculty, see for example, Mrs. Anpurna G. Gandhi Spanavar is retired now, so she's no more with the institution. We can delete her name. Or if there's any problem in her spelling mistakes, you can edit and correct that spelling mistakes. Or you can add, you have recruited new appointees. There is a row called last. You can update also. You can add the teaching faculty. So you can go to here in entry form, go to teaching faculty, and you can add there. So when you go to that ad, you have the uploaded scanned copy of qualification. Here people are not looking into the sizes. Remember that is very clearly written. PDF file, the size is 300 KB and the photograph size, that is image file size, should not be more than 200 KB. It can be less than 200 KB, but not more than 200 KB. When you do more of that, more size, then it will throw out, it will say file server error. And you are sending us an email. So please don't do that. Please ensure before going to this application form that you first keep all images size. And for example, you have now Annapurna, then you have some Prashant, then you have some other names. Against each name have those photographs. For example, Shrikant Yakundi, have the name of Shrikant Yakundi in the image file. Because whenever you're uploading, you can upload the correct photograph. Otherwise, it will take, if you just go on image, it will only give the same number, same photographs against each faculty. These are the general mistakes all the institutions are doing. And remember, the scanned photograph from the qualification certificates will not be accepted. It has been observed many are giving the black and white. Black and white is not an issue, but the scanned photograph from the qualification certificates will not be considered. So you have to give a colored and preferably self-attested photograph. And you all have the teaching experience here. So experience means, for example, one may have 20 years of experience in total, but out of this 20 years, how much they had A&M, how much they had BSc, how much they had post-basic BSc, how much they have clinical experience. Those experiences one should write irrespective of the experience they have got during their teaching and clinical experiences. Now let's go, because this is a very teaching faculty is a main crux area where people are having the issues. So I request once again to look into the image file size and the PDF file size before uploading. And we are already informed in the very beginning of this video how to reduce the size of the files. Now let's go back to the edit entry form. We can save it here. See, have a save faculty is there here. Save faculty in the yellow button was there. You have to save after uploading. You have to save it. Now let's go to the building details. So save faculty, here it is a save faculty is there. Now let's, like this only have building detail. If I've already uploaded the photographs which is attested by the certified engineer or architect, it's fine. Otherwise you have to upload the building certificate which is certified by a certified engineer and the architect, because that will only give the proof that it is your building. And we have seen many of the institutions are uploading the banner. You know, the banner is not required. You have to have a correct display of your institution name on the building. At least have some permanent way of doing that rather than having just a cloth banner. And thirdly, we have also asked the certificate, that is building status certificate or building completion certificate by a certified engineer or by a certified architect. If it is an architect, you have to give us his number, certified by the Council of Architecture. Like what is the space, who is the owner of the institution, and who in whose name the building is registered. So all these questions are we have asked you. So please accordingly give the certificate. If you have not done, if you with the condition, if you have asked it, please do the compliance and also upload the correct certified registration certificate here. So now let's go back to edit update form again. Now, in the same way, we have lab and classroom details. You can update. Then we have post-basic BSc student detail, which I've already shown you. Now, for example, in the same way, you have to go with lab and classroom detail. You have to go to post-basic BSc student detail, as we shown earlier, how to fill up the post-basic BSc students and the MSc students. And distance education, for example, if you have any IGNOU programs with you, you have to update to us. And short-term course detail. The short-term course detail are nothing but the 1 year post-basic BSc clinical post-basic BSc program, which is found suit qualifications which are recognized by Indian Nursing Council. And last, declaration detail. This is also a mandate. This was a mandatory format. You have to edit and update in this renewal form, because last year whatever you have done is for the previous application form, but edit declaration detail is a mandatory. Here it will be for the 2021 whatever you are uploading or updating the form this year. So edit and update declaration detail is a mandatory form. Can we go to edit and update declaration detail? Click on edit and update declaration detail. So here we have to have an edit declaration compliance detail. If till we do not have this detail, we cannot enter that. So we'll go and upload our data. So here from this declaration, you need to upload the data. You have to go to entry form, go to declaration and upload your file. So we have already given you the format, in which format you have to make an affidavit. So you have to have this PDF file, download it, make an affidavit format, and then upload in the 300 KB size. So after uploading the declaration details, now we'll go to the view all records. So in the view all records, you can see what all has been edited and what all has been uploaded. So have you seen here, we have uploaded the declaration affidavit document for the year 2021. So now we'll look into the view all records. Before going to pending payment details, we'll go to the view all records. So when we see the view all records, we have to first convince ourselves that we have updated everything, whatever is applicable for our institution, and the information is available. So final submission cannot be done till you do the payment. So I am now convinced that I have done the declaration, I have done the program entry, and I have done the teaching details and done a library and classroom details. See here in the final submission, it will not allow you till you pay. Please pay institution. Please pay institution fee first. So let's go back to the payment mode. Now you see we had two programs, MSc and post-basic BSc. Now let's select the data for the payment. Now after selecting, it is an online transaction. So let's go to pay now. Do you want to pay annual application? You say click OK to continue. Say OK. Now when I clicked OK, it comes to be which format we have to do. There's a 6 way of giving. One is through credit card, one is through debit card, one is through debit card plus ATM pin, and one is through internet banking. So when you have an internet banking, you can select any of the banks. So we have many banks, popular banks as of now. What we are seeing is HDFC, ICI, Kotak. What people have more doing it, but you can select. For example, it's SBI. You can go for S. When you click S, it will all go to all S. So whatever Saraswati Bank is also there, Shamrao, Vitthal Cooperative Bank, and cooperative banks have been included. So you can see, so you have to select, you have to find out which bank you would like to have it from your internet banking, and from there you can do the internet banking also. Then we have a QR, the payment way of doing it. The QR is to have your view the record and payment. This Bheem UPI has a QR methodology. You can scan your QR and you can do the payment. And one more is UPI. So one more UPI is there, that is also Bheem UPI, which is a government UPI mode payment interface, so that you can do the payment. And when you go to make payment, then you can go to the make payment and your transaction will happen. If by chance, because of some problem, you cannot able to see the success, you can write an email, provided the payment has been done. That means a transaction has happened and from your account, the money has been deducted. You can write an email immediately to Indian Nursing Council, but Indian Nursing Council will only reconcile within next 2 days, because INC will get from the bill desk and from the bank account the amount paid by you only after 2 days. So we can immediately, after 2 days, we'll inform you whether you have done the payment or the transaction has happened and we have received the amount in the Indian Nursing Council account. So it is necessary to wait for 48 hours. Because yes, I know it's a huge amount for you, 1 lakh rupee, something like that for some institutions, because it's 4 to 5 collegiate programs you must be having it. So no, don't worry. Once a transaction has happened, wait for 2 working days, and 3rd day will inform you whether the payment has been done, the payment has been received by Indian Nursing Council. Now let's go back to the again the payment, payment. Go back to that payment mode. Let's cancel that. So you can abort transaction if you feel your money is not available with you as of now. Your connection is on. So don't worry about this. Our connection is fully secure. We have this HTTPS, it is there. So the online payment is for the private nursing institutions. It's mandatory for all the private nursing institutions to pay through online, because they have all the mode of accounts with them. Whereas government nursing institution does not have the online payment mode at times. So there's an option for them to give through the demand draft. So many of you are not able to do the final submission because you have done through demand draft, that is private nursing institutions. You are supposed to do through the online. So INC will refund your amount. Refund means they'll give back your DD. You are required to pay through the online payment. So please support and cooperate with Indian Nursing Council with regard to the payment methodology. It has to be through online as per the Government of India mandate. Now let's go to payment through DD. Once you have to select the data for payment first. Then you have to go for OK. Click OK, because ask you whether you want to pay to the fee. Is first to say OK, and then you have a payment to DD. For that you have to click the payment through a DD. Now you have to see the course is already written, MSc and post basic BSc, amount is already filled up, and you have to write the DD number here and the DD date. See for so for example, now we can see it's MSc post basic BSc, amount is 50,000 rupees, DD number we have written, DD date is today's, and we have chosen the file which was of the about 50,000 rupees. So the scanned DD will be uploaded here and it will be saved. You have to save that. After saving it, it has said document uploaded successfully. After this, now you can go for the final submission. You go to the view all records. Now let's go to the last, that is final submission. Because I've done everything, now we'll go for the final submission. Now let's click on the final submission. Now it says record submitted successfully and do not send hard copy of application to the Indian Nursing Council. So we have received your application, you need not send. So now it has been received by the Indian Nursing Council. Now you cannot edit or update anything. Once you say click OK on it, you cannot edit or update. Now it's received to the Indian Nursing Council. So now if you want, you can print all records, you can go to print and you can records. Even if you do edit and update, nothing can happen. You cannot do anything. You will not be allowed to do any edit. See, you cannot do any edit. The action point of edit is now not there because it's already been received by the Indian Nursing Council. But if you want to have print all records, I recommend to print all the records and then put it in a file along with the user ID and the password, so that after 1 month or after 30 days of your applications, you can look into the suitability received by issued by the Indian Nursing Council for 2021. So I hope you can do it now. You will not have any issues. You will not ring up INC often. I mean, there's a lot of phone calls from last 10-15 days. People are not able to know the login and the password. Please remember login password. You can reset your password. If you do not know your login ID, you can always give a affidavit to the Indian Nursing Council. Then only it will be issuing your login ID. Now let's log out. And thank you very much for the patient viewing of this renewal video. Thank you very much.